Thank you again for bearing with us today. I know it's been a long day. I'm going to update you on some of the investigative things that have taken place, and then General Talley will provide an update on anything that happened within the confines of the military base. Our shooter today, our suspect, has been identified as 38-year-old Fantahoon, middle name Gurma, and I'm going to spell the last name for you. Woldesenbet. We can confirm that he is an active member of the Navy at the rank of E4. He resides in the city of Frederick, not on the military base, and his residence is in the 100 block of Willowdale in the city of Frederick. To update you on the location of the shooting, we are now able to confirm that in the tech park there is a military institution there. It's tied to the military, to the Navy, and that is where the shooting took place. So there is a connection to the Navy there. I can confirm to you that a rifle was used. I can't give you any more information on the weapon right now as to the caliber or anything like that, but I can confirm that a rifle was used, and I'm just going to let this airplane fly overhead here. Regarding our victims, one victim is in critical condition at Baltimore Shock Trauma, remains in critical condition. Our second victim, very thankfully, is being treated but expected to be released tomorrow. So we're very thankful for that. We have been in touch with the victims' families, and they are at the hospital with their loved ones. With that, I'm going to turn it over to General Talley, and then after he speaks, we will jointly be available to answer any questions you might have that we are able to answer at this time. Thank you.
Hey, good afternoon. And I want to first start by rendering our deepest condolences to the family members that have been involved here. As Chief mentioned, we have two sailors that have been wounded, and we want to make sure that you know that our thoughts and prayers are with those family members. I want to thank the law enforcement here in Frederick County, the City of Frederick Police Department, along with the Fort Detrick Police Department and EMS. The collaboration and the synchronization with which they operated absolutely was done textbook, and certainly ultimately probably prevented further injuries and further loss. At approximately 8:45 this morning, we had the subject driving a personally owned vehicle come through the gates of Fort Detrick. Just prior to that, the Frederick Police Department had issued a BOLO report, or a be on the lookout report for the vehicle and certainly the subject. The subject was stopped at the gate, and before he was able to be searched, he sped past the gate, made it about a half mile into the installation. He was pursued immediately by the Fort Detrick Quick Reaction Force. They were able to stop him in a parking lot. He then brandished a weapon, and our police department was able to neutralize the subject. Life-saving efforts by the police department and the EMS were rendered for about 20 minutes unsuccessfully, where the subject was pronounced deceased at the scene. Again, just want to be clear that there were no other injuries on Fort Detrick, no other casualties, and certainly it was the response and the coordinated effort between our local police force here, Fort Detrick, all being executed within minutes, that absolutely led to further life-saving steps and potentially injury prevention. Again, just want to thank everyone for being here today, and pending any questions, I think that's it. Thank you. Can you repeat your question, ma'am? Coming in. Yeah. Yeah, so right now we don't want to compromise any part of the investigation. But motive, that'd be speculative. We are still investigating motive, investigating the exact circumstances of the subject. Did exit the vehicle, and that's when our officers were able to neutralize the subject and prevent further loss of life.
General, is this where he worked? Is this where the suspect was assigned to work? Was this his workplace?
No, it is not.
Does it
Was
look
that on
like,
Fort Detrick where he worked? Was he assigned to Fort Detrick?
He is assigned to Fort Detrick.
does it look like this was a targeted shooting?
We can't tell at this point, sir. Again, still under investigation, but that's going to be one of the things that we piece together in the hours and days to come.